We got a close one going on, man. Kansas and Creighton. We got a close one going on. I'm gonna give you my take on the Memphis Gonzaga game too in a minute. But I wanna touch on this interview with Gillie the Kid and Wallo, man. $1 million worth of game. When they interviewed Lil Durk, and Lil Durk had the whole hood with him, man. They did it in Chicago. Durk said he couldn't do it anywhere else but in the city. Respect him for that. Uh, uh, I did well. Wallo and Gillie coming from, man. They some older cats, man, that have been through uh all the street shit that you can go through, basically. And they pimped their way out, and my hat off to them for that. But I was just checking out some of the interview, man, and I was checking out the energy in the interview, and I was listening to Wallo, and he was coming to them like an old nigga would come to youngsters, and nowadays that shit just don't vibe with these youngsters, man. I mean, what he said and how he feeling towards the youth is commendable. It really is. But crying and shit, man, with these youngsters and telling them that you, man, need to do this and that, and man, these young people don't give a fuck about this shit, man. Especially when a motherfucker is in their hood with $1 million stacked on the motherfucking table. Wallo was saying, man, that he was talking to one cat, man, that was making shirts and shit, and he was talking about, man, what he could do as far as merchandising the shirts and how he would set up a website free for the brother, and it's commendable. But I'm I'm looking at Dirt with $1 million sitting on a table right in front of him. Do you think these cats really give a damn, man? I mean, what you said is good, and if you do what you say you're gonna do, that's commendable. You know what I'm saying? But they sitting with a motherfucker that's got $1 million for the hood on the table. Goddamn it, they can get a fucking website built for that man while y'all doing this fucking interview. You know, last couple of little interviews I've seen, man, Wallow crying and shit, and I'm sure he got a lot of pain from what he been through. He went to prison as a youngster. And he don't want to see a lot of these young people caught up in the same trap that he was caught up in. You know what I'm saying? But hell, I'm an old head, and even I know these young people don't give a fuck about this shit, man, that you talking about, man. I'm not saying that we, as older people, shouldn't continue to point out shit that could keep young people from following in the same path that so many older people have followed, that being that jail and penitentiary system. But at the same time, these youngsters, man, want to talk about shit, man, that they want to be talked to, not talked down on. And I feel like when we as older people try to give advice, sometimes we don't mean it, but we tend to talk down a little bit. Like, it's like we telling them don't do this and don't do that, but we did it, and our family did it, and motherfuckers older than us did it. So let us find our way out this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what I got from that interview, man. Now, another thing that uh I think about that interview is that You've interviewed Vaughn, may he rest in peace. Now you've interviewed Durk. What's gonna happen when Cash or one of them FBG guys blow up? How are you gonna be able to vibe with them on an interview when you uh bouncing to this songs that Dirk goddamn it got playing, uh shooting uh disses at the opposition. And everybody know who the opposition is. FBG. You know, STL, EBT, Gyro, all that. You know. Sometimes you can put yourself in a situation, man, where you can fuck with one, but you can't fuck with the other. But now, if you trying to get a positive message out here, you got to be able to fuck with everybody. You got to be able to fuck with both sides, and you can't do that. You know, if you bouncing and and all this shit to Dirk's tracks. I'm just saying, man. That's what I get out of this shit, man. You know. May each and every one of them have continued success, but it's just my 2 cents, man. Man, them youngsters don't give a fuck about this shit, and be careful, man, what side you pick. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, uh, every dog has his day. FBG now might be having their day. You know, when they get hot, are y'all gonna be willing to interview them like you did Dirk? That's all I'm saying. Until next time.